this next one is actually a song that I wrote at the age of 12, and it's way too depressing. Way too depressing. We're just a joke or two. You think I am the happiest. We're just the smiles that are fake for you. You think I am the warranty.
Don't expect any other introduction apart from we have Cherry on board today, man. I've been dying to meet her since a very long time. She is a 19-year-old artist. Yes, the one that you just heard is a 19-year-old, and the maturity in her voice, the hold on her voice, oh my god, it's lovely. She is back from LA. She has been doing a lot of gigs there as well, and have a show coming up in Jaipur. If you are in Jaipur, please go to JKK to attend her show. Her details are on her website. Man, I want to know everything inside out, from how she started to where she is at, and the amount of work that she is going to do ahead in the future. मेरे को ये सजेशन बहुत लोगों को देना है कि कभी भी किसी को एज वाइज कभी भी उसकी कैपेसिटी मत जज करो. वेरी अर्ली इन माई करियर आई रियलाइज्ड, एंड स्पेशली व्हेन आई वर्कड in a marketing agency, I realized the younger the better. You know, the young generation that is coming out, they are doing fabulous work. So आज unfold करेंगे what her story was. I am so excited. Let's hope that it ends with a gig in the end. She sings a song for us, possibly the haunting one, because that's the new release that she is working on. हमारे शो पे रिलीज होएगा तो TRP बढ़ेगी, and that is the somehow the goal, not really the goal, you guys know. So end में मिलते हैं. See you guys. Enjoy the conversation. Bye bye. Hi, how are you? Please sit.
So nice to be here finally.
Finally. I want to first off give you a hug.
I want to do.
Such fabulous work, man. I've been dying to. Oh my god, it's so nice to see you.
So nice to see you. I was seeing all of your videos yesterday.
Ah.
This is such a new concept, and when you reached out, I was so happy.
Thank you.
Yes.
I've been waiting to call you. We have been scheduling, I think,
since I was in LA, actually, in March, I think.
Yes, in March.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you were one of the artists I was definitely going to call.
Yeah.
So, how is LA? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. LA was full of mixed emotions.
Really?
Yeah. It was very, very sad and depressing in the first 6 months, actually. That happens with everybody.
True.
So I'm not that sad about it now.
How long were you there?
10 months.
Okay.
10 months.
And you're back for good, or you're planning to
I'm back only for the summer vacation and performing in Jaipur, Delhi.
Yeah.
And planning for Mumbai.
You already did a few shows, no? Around in India.
Already before?
No. Ever since you are here in Jaipur, Abhi,
it's been only 1 month, so I was only in my hometown till now.
Oh.
Spending time with family.
Yeah, and now you're back on track.
Now I'm back on track, back in Jaipur, planning everything.
So yes, how was Salasar? Spend time with family, all good?
All good. Firstly, when I first came, when I landed, I cried for maybe 3 hours straight.
Really?
Yeah.
You were missing them all too much.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never lived away from family ever in life.
Yeah.
In my short life of 18 years till now. But even my mom hasn't lived without me ever. So when I reached LA, we were all like crying for I think 3 months. But then I got used to the fact that I'm there and I have to make things work.
Yeah.
Make it all worth it.
Yeah.
So then I started performing there.
Okay, so I like you're performing there as well, but your motive would be like education on the side, or
my main motive for sure 1000% is music. That's why I went there. So what I did was I had chosen LA specifically to go to, because LA is the hub of entertainment of the whole world. Like Mumbai is ours. LA Hollywood is the whole world's. So people from all over the world. I've met so many people from like China, Korea, Japan, Philippines. That's just Asia, but even Europe, so many countries.
Right.
So that's why LA. Overwhelming. But it's also refreshing to meet.
Fresh perspectives.
Yeah. I'm glad that I made the choice. Firstly, I was in the beginning I was just so scared because it's such big investment.
Yeah, for sure.
Finance wise.
Yeah.
So the college expenses plus LA is one of the most expensive cities in the world.
For sure.
Not in just the US. I think New York and LA are the most expensive. So the rent is too high.
Mumbai and Bangalore of
Mumbai and Bangalore. Yeah.
Yes.
So that expense.
And you're studying music as well.
I'm studying. I'm getting a bachelor's in English.
Okay.
But that's because I feel like that will help me in songwriting, and English is also a very creative major.
Okay.
And I like writing a lot.
Right.
So it's basically like I give 30% of my day to doing the assignments and everything.
Yeah.
And then I go out, connect with people, perform as much as I can.
Yeah.
So 30-70% I would say.
And excited for the shows now that you're going to do in
Very
Jaipur.
Excited.
I think all your learnings will help you blow this event up.
Definitely. I'm so excited. And this is my first headlining show ever. I've performed for 7 years now.
Okay.
But I haven't done a headlining show yet. And this is my first one.
Headlining means that you are the solo artist who everyone will be buying tickets for.
Right.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
So how come, I think let's go back on your journey.
Yeah.
How did you start? What was, what was the first impression of you as a singer to yourself and your family? How did they support you? What went along in this journey?
When I was in kindergarten, I used to play Congo. I didn't used to sing.
Okay.
I used to play Congo.
This was all in Salasar.
All in Salasar.
Okay.
And there were these summer camps. There are summer camps in Jaipur as well, right?
Yeah. Usually, I'm sure.
Usually, yeah. So we used to have these summer camps where every kid used to choose specific interests that they would like to pursue for 2-3 months in the summer. So I chose Congo, and that was when I was in LKG or UKG or first grade, I think.
Okay.
I started playing Congo, and I bought a Congo for myself at home, and I used to play that. That's where I discovered that I am into music.
Okay. If you're singing this good when you're 18, I'm sure it started way back in LKG or UKG.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
So it started with Congo, and when I was in grade 4, I think, I started singing. until then it was like my life goals were becoming an IAS officer or a teacher, or like the basic 3-4 careers kids choose.
Yeah.
Then in grade 4 I got introduced to One Direction, the band.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got crazy. I used to watch their music videos, their live performance videos all the time. And seeing those crowds, that was my highlight moment, I think. Yeah. That was the moment, if you would ask the specific moment where I realized that this is what I want with my life. Okay. I realized that I want this.
Who in One Direction? Any one particular guy?
All of them. But right now I would say Harry Styles for sure.
Nice. So how come, then how did your parents react to this, and what was your initial support system?
Until then, until the One Direction phase, I was still not that passionate about this.
Yeah.
I just used to sing and practice the accent.
Yeah.
And I used to watch their videos. So we live in Salasar, which is a proper Marwadi village, right?
Right.
And when these Marwadi Brahman innocent parents see their daughters speaking in like American accent or singing in American or British accent.
वो कैसा था? Because I think उसी में ही सबसे ज़्यादा overwhelming हो गया होगा सबके लिए.
हाँ, सही में. उस time पे they were so happy and they were shocked actually. Because nobody in the town was listening to English music of course at that time.
How did you discover One Direction? Like, what was the source?
Through my sister. Okay. My elder sister.
Okay.
She showed me this music video of Story of My Life.
This was YouTube?
YouTube.
Achha, okay.
I think Instagram wasn't a thing then. So that happened, and then I got a few Bollywood classes for a while, and the teacher used to come from 2 hours away because we obviously don't have teachers around our town. So the teacher used to come every Wednesday for 2 hours, travel 2 hours and taught me 2 hours. This was for 6 months. So I learned.
Your parents were immediately very supportive.
Very supportive. I cannot stress it enough how lucky I feel to have my parents, because they also sent me to LA, and in my town no girl has gone to abroad yet. And I was the first one, which the fact blows my mind. Because I see so many instances in my village, like live things that girls specifically are still fighting for.
Right.
But things have definitely improved a lot.
You have been one of the inspiration in that city?
How do I say that?
Yes, that might be true. Like in a small city, सबको यही होता है कि यार वो भी तो गई है, and she's also doing this. So एक parents को एक फटका वहीं पड़ जाता है कि हमें क्यों नहीं करने दे रहे.
In that case, I would say yes. Feels massive. When I got to LA, I actually got a few texts on Instagram by some of the kids from the town. That there's this girl who sent me a message that she dreams of going to NIFT, New York. NIFT? Oh no, I don't know the name of the university. But she is into fashion and she wants to go to New York.
Right.
And she didn't see a way out before I went to LA. So that moment, I still have a screenshot of that text and I will keep it forever, I think.
Wow. And you realize that you have a very unique voice, right? Like how do you adjust to that? That you have a skill set that nobody can even initially think of, especially coming from a very young person.
That's very kind.
Oh, please.
Thank you.
Were there any times in your life where you were thinking ki yaar, why can't I sing like a normal, why is my voice modulated in such a way? Were there any instances like that, or you were always very proud of, what output you are providing? In my view, it should be, but I'm just asking about your dark times, if you have had it.
About my voice, I've actually contemplated a lot, because people say that it's a man's voice, or because I have a very bold voice. My speaking voice is not that bold, because I obviously when you speak to people, you want to sound sweet.
Yeah.
It would be weird if I just talk in my singing voice like, oh, how are you? But I definitely,
but
even
your singing voice has a lot of depth.
Yeah, a lot of depth. I think that might be because of my inspirations in childhood, or I don't know. It's just I have practiced a lot. I have worked on my voice a lot. So initially it wasn't like this at all. If I make you listen to my cover of when I was 9 years old, it's so childish.
Yeah.
It's a cover by Blank Space that I put out by Taylor Swift when I was 9. Okay. My voice was way different than that. And sometimes even like a lot of people say your voice was better way back then because it was sweet, or a little high pitched or whatever.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was trying to, because a lot of societal norms would think that this is not, the ideal way of a girl to be singing, because they want Suniti Chauhan to be singing.
Right.
Yeah, but yours is, fairly very unique, and that's the one thing that I love about your voice personally.
Thank you.
I'm sure a lot of your appreciators do so too.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I was so scared about my voice at first because it's not the usual.
Yeah.
But now whenever I perform, I see the first compliment that I get is your voice, and that makes me so happy.
How was the differentiation between how Jaipur or Salasar or India's audience in general reacted to your voice, and how did they react to it, and then what was the response in LA?
At first I was actually feeling like Jaipur was more supportive because I was new there, and I was criticizing a lot, I would say. Criticizing, I think, way more than I should have. Because
criticizing yourself?
Criticizing this city.
Yes.
Because I was new there and I was missing my home, missing my hometown, missing my parents. I think that was the reason that I didn't realize the different cultures. Because here in Jaipur, I started performing when I was 12, and immediately after I performed, people would come up and say very nice, kind things. But when I got there, in the first 2-3 performances, I was a little shocked that it's not very usual or very normal to go up to people very randomly, because I think they are very private people and they prefer their space. Or maybe they think we don't want to disturb the person. But I didn't know that. But then I gradually got to understand their culture, the difference, and also the fact that there are way more people who are wanting to pursue their music there.
Yeah.
So the competition is a lot. So it's definitely. Then I thought about that कि उधर ज़्यादा लोग हैं तो यार हो सकता है उनके लिए ज़्यादा ऐसे बहुत बड़ा मैंने अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं किया होगा. I realized that, and I started practicing more, and then gradually the same reaction and better than Jaipur or India started there, and I was so I used to cry when I got to my apartment.
Any of the instances that you remember?
I do. There was this open mic it was at USC, University of Southern California. Beautiful campus. And it's a very like open space, it can get very crowded. So I think that it was at least 200-300 people.
Wow.
And there is this community called Soulful of Noise, and the person who started it, his name is Xavier. He's now become my brother.
Wow.
And he always gets me to perform anywhere he does he organizes the show, and he's so kind. So my first performance with Soulful of Noise was at USC, and I performed Back to Black by Amy Winehouse.
Okay.
And then Someone Like You by Adele, I think. And I got a standing ovation twice, and the crowd was just so loud cheering, and they had their flashlights on, and just like imagine a crowd of 200-300 people doing this for you.
Yeah.
All together, and then giving you a standing ovation after your performance. I wasn't able to absorb that for a while, and when I got home I watched the videos and I cried, and I called Mummy Papa. I cried so much. I'll definitely remember that moment always, because
this sounds like just the beginning.
Thank you so much for saying that.
How do your parents react to all of this, that
They were
after
so happy.
that phase that you have been crying for 3 months, and now that you're receiving the love and all the efforts that you've put in, finally?
They were so happy and relieved, and so was I, because we definitely want this big decision of moving to a big different country to be worth it. For sure. So that moment was the one where it made us realize that this journey is definitely gonna be worth it.
Wonderful. I have a couple of questions in my MainKhamakhaan segment, which I named this because मैं खामखा आपसे question पूछ रही हूँ when I don't have, I don't come from the industry. So I have Siddharth from Yugm band. They are a band of 3 people who
I know,
you know, right?
They are so great.
Yeah, they recently, one of their songs came into a Netflix series as well.
Oh yeah, Mismatched.
Yes.
And the song is called Musafir.
Yes. I have done a conversation with Abhishek, and Siddharth was also there. And they sang a song also in the end, which you guys should definitely check out.
Oh yes.
And I'm expecting the same
Yes, you should check out. Okay, for sure.
In the end.
Hi Cherry, how are you? This is Siddharth from Yugm. I have a 2-part question for you today. You've covered a lot of genres when you're singing, and I've seen some of your rock things and some of your pop things and some of the stuff as well. What are the changes that you have to make when you're singing something in some particular genre, like in blues standard or in jazz or in pop or in rock per se? What are the changes, or what are the techniques that you use which are slightly different when you're covering anything which is comfortable to you? And what is that skill that you would acquire from any one of your artists you always wanted to have? And what that skill would be, and from whom?
That's a very, very great question. I would say the changes that I have to make when I shift from genre to genre. Earlier, when I didn't have my own sound, every artist has that phase of finding their own sound, their own style, their voice, I feel like after maybe 4 or 5 years of continuously practicing, rehearsing, locking myself up and practicing for 6 hours a day, I would also stupidly sometimes strain my voice. But after that phase, 3 or 4 years ago, I found my sound, which actually makes it easier to shift from genre to genre, because you don't have to lose your natural voice, your natural style, even if you shift from style to style. So if I'm singing Hotel California by the Eagles in rock, my voice will still be the same, and it will actually sound good because I have rehearsed so much that the voice will come out good only. So if I even shift to jazz from that, my voice is still the same. But I just, before recording anything, I listen to a couple of artists of that genre. For example, if I'm recording jazz, one day I will listen to Louis Armstrong or Ella Fitzgerald that day to get the thing. It's actually pretty confusing because my way of approaching things is different each time. Because I think creativity is a thing which you cannot
put in a process.
Yeah. So when I do rock, I actually don't listen to rock. I just sing it the way my voice sings it.
Yeah.
So I just do that.
Wow.
And one thing I would like to get from an artist that's my favorite, I would love Billie Eilish's confidence.
I love that woman.
I know, right? I love her too.
She is the classiest, the most talented one at this point. Like, I feel
For real, and so young.
so young.
Yeah.
Again.
And her brother is my favorite producer in the scene right now.
Even the kind of support that he is, oh man.
Yeah.
They're both like a team, trailblazing team.
Yeah.
Right. What is your process usually like let's say when you sing a cover? So you know the lyrics, it's out there, and you have to modulate it in your voice, and versus you're writing a song, producing it, and giving it a cover, marketing it, like the whole bit of it. And cover is like, okay, I think it's fairly a simpler process.
Definitely.
So how is the transition like? Okay, kaise karna hai? How do you take it step by step?
For a cover, I actually don't listen to the song that I'm gonna cover. I only listen to it once or twice, and maybe like if you take a 5-day frame, 5-day period to record a cover, because that's what I usually do. So I'm gonna listen to the song that I'm gonna cover for maximum 3 times, so that I just get the gist of it, and then I find YouTube tracks for it. There are some really, really great channels on YouTube, by the way. If anybody is looking, it's Sing to Piano is a very great one. Piano covers are usually very, very, like way better than the instrumental ones.
Okay.
So I find those, and then I try to sing them the way, like I imagine, what if I wrote this song, and then I sing it that way. Because that's what I think makes my cover maybe different, because I've heard people say that a lot, that my covers are definitely different and my own versions of the song. So I definitely do that. For the next 2-3 days in the 5-day period, I just practice it, rehearse it in a way if I wrote it, and I try to sing it that way. And I change a few notes here and there. I put in a few high notes if required, not extra. So that, yes. And original songs require way more work, definitely. Because that's also for me, because I produce my own songs. So production is exhausting at times. But it's also at the same time very interesting to do, because I'm also learning so much more about music, more than just singing, because I've completely fallen in love with composition, vocal arrangement, harmonies. I love those. I used to post a lot of harmony covers. फिर तो लोगों के कमेंट भी आते थे कि अरे थोड़ा अलग करो कुछ, क्योंकि I love harmonies. So original songs, firstly the writing process, and it also doesn't have a specific process. Sometimes I play piano melodies, play around with the piano, I get some melodies, and then I work on the production. and production takes a lot of time. When I produce my song Run, it's a very like electro pop. People say it's lo-fi rock. It's very not sticking to one genre.
Yeah.
It took so much time. It took 2 months of just contemplating if it's the right sound or not, if the lyrics are good enough or not. I wrote the song in 1 day, but the production took 2 months because I was so. And when you are new, you are also like, यार ये अच्छा है कि नहीं है, ये sound कैसा आएगा.
Check कैसे करते हो हुआ like your
Go to people.
हाँ.
मैं अपने भैया से पूछती हूँ. तो he's the person who has, I think पूरे इंडिया में एक सेट लिस्ट है जो पूरा अपना देश सुनता है गानों का. So my brother is one of those people. He has that specific playlist. The common person, you know. So I ask him कि how's the sound? Is it like ये bass अच्छा आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? Or although he's not a musician, never has been one, but he's a common person, right? So I want that perspective to be my first note that I make. So I ask him a lot, and I ask my mummy papa. They are pretty good with suggesting things.
And what about now in LA with the new songs? अभी भी पापा को फोन आता है, भैया को फोन आता है या you?
मैं उन लोगों को ऑडियो भेज देती हूँ, बोलती हूँ कि गाड़ी में सुन के आना, क्योंकि I don't have a car in LA. तो मैं बोलती हूँ कि गाड़ी में सुनना कि कैसा बेस आ रहा है, कैसा लग रहा है. फिर वो बोलते हैं कि नहीं इसमें इधर अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, तो मैं उस पर्सपेक्टिव से वापस उसको रीडू करती हूँ.
Amazing. I have a small word association with you wherein I'll say a word and you'll have to tell me your thoughts on it. Artist.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I think nowadays influencer and artist, these two words are getting very mixed up. Artist is somebody anybody who is creative, I think, and I think everybody is creative.
Yeah. Salasar.
My go-to place forever. My home.
Jaipur.
My home also.
LA is
it's my workplace, I would say, Jaipur, because I've performed so much here. But it's also my second home. When I come to Jaipur, it's like, oh, ghar aa gaya. But Salasar pe bhi wo to I grew up there.
Yeah. LA.
LA is a workplace for sure.
Muse.
There's this LA-based artist. Their name is Iniko, I think. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but there's a song that they wrote, Jericho. It's such inspiring spiritual lyrics. That song inspired me to write a motivational song.
And which one is that?
Jericho.
Okay.
It's like the lyrics go like, I'm high, I'm from outer space.
Yeah.
I got Milky Way in blood, evolution in my veins. It's so... I love it. Vocals. Cherry's Vocals is my Instagram. It has always been. So nowadays, like, luckily, very luckily and surprisingly, I sometimes get recognized. I used to get recognized in Jaipur. There was this one time when I was shopping with my sister in a mall, I think Lifestyle, in front of Crystal Palm, and somebody came up and was like, are you Cherry's Vocals? I was like, yes I am. In LA also, in the Ritviz show when I opened, there was this person from Jaipur actually, and who's been following me for so long, and they came up and was like, are you Cherry's Vocals? And everybody asks that because people know me as Cherry's Vocals.
Yeah, your username.
Yeah, it's like my Vocals has become my surname for some reason, but it's so special for me.
Wow. Your support system?
My family,
Okay, and the last is marketing.
Marketing. I'm working a lot on my marketing, my upcoming songs, projects right now.
Would you like to end this conversation with a song?
Definitely.
And obviously call people for the new show that is coming up in Jaipur. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. Every artist dreams of doing their headlining show, so this is really very, very special for me. And all the audience, every person who comes in this audience, I will actually remember all the faces forever, because this never comes twice, right? The first headlining show never comes twice. So definitely, Jaipur people, please do come. Jaipur is my most favorite city in the world, as I've mentioned a billion times. So yes, I'm very, very excited for the show. This is super special for me. And Jaipur people, please do come through. This is the main thing that I'm looking forward to this year. So you have to come. And
I'm sure a lot of them already have, because your early bird stickers are sold out.
I just want the show to be sold out as soon as possible. So you have to get those tickets on my website www.cherry.in, and Cherry has double Y's.
Yeah.
And the special thing is that my upcoming song, Haunted House, that a girl named Eileen in the US, we met at an open mic, she wrote and she gave the song to me to produce and sing. And it's such a well written song, and I supervised the lyrics, produced it, did everything, and it's such a special and different song. So I'm so excited for that, and it's gonna come out on the day of the show. And it will be my first time performing that song at the headlining show. So you should not miss it, I think.
For sure.
Yes.
A little snippet of the song here.
Okay. Yeah. So the chorus goes like, sometimes I still feel you around, and the air is cold and the lights are out, but this ain't no haunted house. Ooh. Yeah.
I was on the middle of a goosebump attack. You know?
You're very kind, thank you.
I can feel the vibrations in my body at this point.
Thank you.
Oh. So I'm definitely seeing you next Saturday.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. I think I'm going to give you a look that I'm watching you. And make sure that you have the best time.
Thank you.
Since you're saying that this is going to be the highlight of your 2023, I hope you have a blast.
Thank you so much. And I just want as many people as possible to come. And you should get your friends along for sure.
For sure. I'm sure a lot of people who would be seeing this now will definitely show up. Are you not going to, guys? Oh man. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was lovely having you
much.
And finally meeting you.
It was so... Again, I would like to say this on camera, because we were having a conversation behind the scenes. I was saying that this is such a fresh idea, and it's promoting Jaipur-based talent so widely. And I just hope that this grows and grows and grows. So thank you so much for reaching out way in advance. Like when I was there in LA, I was so excited the first time you reached out. So thank you so much.
Been waiting on it ever since then, and I'm so happy we are through this conversation and it's going to get live this week.
Yes, I'm so excited to see this.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye guys, see you in the next episode. Closing another fabulous conversation. the city is raining like crazies, and it almost like flooded in some parts of Jaipur today, and what are the odds, you know. But still we managed to complete the conversation, we managed to get the song that we wanted, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please show up on her show. It'll be lovely to see the Divi Show fan at Cherry's show. If you're there, tag me as well. I would love to see you guys there, and I'll be probably there for sure as well. You know, and yes, let's cheer the lady up, this young budding artist, and let all of us send her back to LA with a lot of good memories, and she should have something to come back to in Jaipur. So see you guys there. Bye bye. I'll keep all the links in the bio, so you can check those out, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.